Hey, it's Steve Grant here again, and today I'm joined by David Behrens, and today we're going to be speaking about sleep. Now, sleep is obviously one of the most fundamental things. I mean, we probably spend, or we should spend, about a third of our life sleeping pretty much, but it's such a common thing that people really struggle with, whether it's getting to sleep, whether it's actually having a big enough sleeping window to get that adequate level of sleep in, or whether it's waking up at night and struggling to get back to sleep. I'd probably say that sleep and sleep patterns these days are one of the most, or sleep patterns that I'd say are not optimal, one of the most common things that I see with clients coming into practice. And whenever you see someone that is sleep deprived or not getting adequate levels of sleep, the impact that that will then have on choices. You know, what are we going to do the next day? What foods might we choose to select if we're actually feeling tired from the night before? Physiology, so how does a lack of sleep affect the immune system? How does it affect our ability to actually process food? How might it affect digestive health as well? So sleep is one of those kind of core foundational areas of health that I think is such an important thing for us to put focus on and try and support with people, no matter what their health issue or health goal might be. So Dave, do you want to kind of take it away and talk a little bit about sleep from your perspective?
Mindfulness and meditation is a great skill to develop, whether you have problems with your sleep or you want your sleep to be deeper and more settled inside. So it serves both purposes. And very often we can say that when we fall asleep, it's usually our mind has gotten pretty quiet. It's rare that you can fall asleep and the mind's all busy and a lot's happening. The body is settled. And also the component called your breath is flowing in a particular way. So somehow in mindfulness and meditation, we do those three skills. We practice on getting the body more settled, whatever sleep position. We also gain this healthy relationship to our mind, maybe learn how to quiet a bit. And we also gain the skill of being with the breath. And then naturally the body creates the breath pattern of sleep. And then of course the hormone comes and we fall asleep. So some people wake up in the middle of the night. And when I work with clients, that's one of the first things after 2-3 sessions of practicing a little meditation and mindfulness each day, they realize their sleep is better. And if they wake up in the middle of the night, they do one of the practices, a very nice one, which I'll offer to you now. It's known as the body scan, but we do it now not so much as a meditation, but more as to get back to sleep. Practice is as simple as this. Okay, let's say you woke up. I just can't sleep, I can't sleep. You're doing tossing and turning. So eventually, either you get up and then sit down again. Be careful, of course, not putting on lights, which, of course, you learn about proper sleep environment. You get back in bed, or maybe not need to get out of bed. And then you get in the most comfortable position you can find. Maybe if you're comfortable on your back. And then you begin to be aware of the body. I want to get comfortable. The next step is you start guiding the mind to the different parts and you infuse those parts with a gentle breath in and a gentle breath out. You might start first with your feet. You're laying there and you're focusing on your feet just a little bit and you're touching it with. It's not about deep concentration. It's very light. I'm aware when I breathe in, my whole body is receiving a breath and even touching my feet. And then you do 1 to 3 breaths like that. Then you focus on your whole legs. You feel them for a moment. Then you breathe in. And when you breathe in and out, with the breath in, you sense that the breath is touching that part. It could be a very soft breath in and a soft breath out, whatever feels comfortable and good. Then you do your tummy and feel the natural expansion coming in, 1 or 2 or 3 breaths. Then your chest, so you're moving up naturally. Sometimes by then you're asleep. Feel it moving in your throat and face, breathing in, breathing out. and even the top part of the head. And you don't have to breathe in very deep. You're just aware of this natural pattern of breath coming in and breath coming out. And you're sensing that it's touching all the parts of your body and making it a little softer and more relaxed. And often you will fall back asleep, and even if you don't, which can happen sometimes, then you just rest there and enjoy, if you can, the gentle breathing and breathing out. And very often when the breath pattern begins to shift, you enter into the sleep pattern, and the body relaxes, the hormones come that produce the sleep hormones, and sleep is offered again. I would try that practice, and it definitely works, especially if you've done a little of that practice already each day to kind of get relaxed. And then in the middle of the night, if you practice it again, 3-5 minutes, you can fall back asleep very often. Okay, good luck.
Oh, thanks, Dave. I think that's a great practice, both when you wake up in the middle of the night, and I'm assuming that's something that you could probably use even just before.
Yeah, it's
going to bed
perfect
as well.
before sleep. And remember, it's very simple, getting comfortable, step 1. Then step 2, aware of the breath, and it's touching feet, and it touches the legs, you're aware of it, tummy, chest, you're moving upwards, throat, face, head, and then just enjoy flow of breath in, flow of breath out. It's a wonderful practice to get, and it often also turns off the stress response, which is sort of holding us back from natural sleep happening.
Yeah, and that's key. And I'm going to touch on that in future videos, looking at how we can incorporate evening routines and evening habits,
very important.
and set ourselves up so that we actually create the environment that promotes sleep as well. I think these days, we've got so many things around us that almost want to keep us awake and almost work against some of those sleep hormones a little bit.
We have to relearn the skill that we naturally have.
Yeah, definitely. Thanks, David. I appreciate that.
Pleasure.